Hi, Vinelife. Well, it seems like right now we're all in a little bit of a different situation. Perhaps some of us are working from home, like I am. Perhaps some of us have our hours changed or our roles changed. We're dealing with our children. Lots of different things going on. In the midst of all of this, we felt it was important that we gave you an understanding of what we're doing as leadership in a community of faith. And there's really about three things I'd like to talk about briefly with you. The first thing is you should know that your leaders are meeting. We're having conversations. We met last night till I think close to 9 p.m. and there are a number of meetings going on today. So there's a lot of communication going on at the leadership level. We're listening to civil authorities and we're talking to other church communities as well. It's important that you know that in the decision making process, it's not human understanding that we're functioning with. As a leadership, we meet, we discern something, and then we present it to the Lord. We pause and we go to the Lord and say, Lord, this is what we feel we're discerning. What do you say about this? And that way we can pose that most important question, Lord, what are you doing in this moment, and how can we align with that? It's no coincidence, I don't think, that this pandemic broke out in the midst of a worldwide 40-day fast. It's a distraction. It's a huge distraction, and we have no intention of being distracted. We're continuing on with this fast. We're going to continue to tear down these high places, including the one called fear of man, and we're going to stay the course. Secondly, one of the things that we're discerning is that we're not going to gather physically until Easter, till Resurrection Sunday at the earliest. That will give us some time to see how this whole situation unfolds, to get a better grasp on what our needs are and what the possibilities are as well. Again, civil authorities have a lot to say about this, and the Lord has everything to say about it. At the same time that we're not going to gather physically until Resurrection Sunday, we're also not going to open the offices to the public. We'll continue communicating, we'll continue monitoring the phones, receiving the mail, processing emails, all of the traditional communications venues that we've always had, but we're not going to open the offices to the public at this time at that same schedule, with the next date of decision making being around Easter. Thirdly, we know it's really important for us to gather. We need to get together. We need to be in community with each other. We don't need to be isolated. We need to encourage each other. So starting tomorrow evening, Wednesday evening at 7 p.m., we're going to host a Vinelife Virtual Roundtable. That's a mouthful, but that's what we're going to do. Now, for several years, we've used a video conferencing tool called Zoom. And Zoom has some special properties that we want to be able to use because it more facilitates true communication, not me sitting here telling you something or Luke or anybody else, but us communicating back and forth and amongst each other. So what we'll encourage you to do, what I'm encouraging you to do right now, is to go to zoom.us, and you can download the app. The app is free, and you can put that on your computer. Now, or your device. If you don't have a camera, that's okay, because you can still go through Zoom, and you can hear what's being said, even if you can't see it, and you can speak, even if you can't be seen. So go to zoom.us and download that app. We'll be sending out a link via email between now and tomorrow evening that will show you how to log on. And at 7 o'clock, we're going to get together and continue our conversation as a church family. Last thought, Paul was writing to the church in Rome, book of Romans, and they were under oppression, and they were being disrupted just as we are here. And in chapter 8 of what he wrote this. He said, "And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose. And Paul was writing to us in this present time, and we are called according to his purpose. There's no question about that. We're going to pass through this season, and we're going to do so becoming more rooted in our faith. We're going to be stronger in our community, and we're going to be broader in the fruit of our faithfulness. We're not going to be distracted, and in fact, we're going to be strengthened by this opposition. So, Zoom.us, get that on your computer or your device. We'll plan to see you tomorrow night. Now, attached to this video are some next step points. Please take a moment, read those points, and then that will help you have some basis for our conversation tomorrow evening going forward. Tonight, be blessed, hang in there, be not afraid, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. God bless you.